Today we're going to use an apple socket and make a bowstring out of stinging nettle. Stay tuned and enjoy the episode. Here's some stinging nettle. This one's about as tall as me. This one looks like it's taller. But one way I get around it, of getting stung, is I kind of go from the bottom and I slide my hands all the way up. And that way I can get the leaves off without getting stung. The other ones I can pull off, but once I get it to that point, I like to take the top of the stalk and peel it gently. So just to kind of get things started. And I can get these little threads off. It's nice to clean them up first. That one came off, but I'm just going to pull this one down gently. So there, I got some cordage material, some fibers, so I got a good length here. And I'm just going to keep doing that with whatever fibers are left. So I'll kind of bend the stalk and break it, pull it down, and that's another nice bunch of fibers. So see if there's anything left. Not so much there. Well, it looks like we got another one here. So there, three bundles of fibers. Kind of see what else is left. All right, got a fourth one. These are pretty long, so this is a good start to a bowstring or whatever other kind of cordage needs you have. Of course, it's always good to just test it, see whatever else is left. A little bit of fibers here. Just like the milkweed or dogbane, you pick out the little pithy parts, get rid of those. So usually I go from the top down. I used to do it the other way, and I used to crush them, but I find this time of year I can just kind of pull off fibers and things go well for me. And if you get a little sting here or there, it doesn't bother me so much. Just kind of accept it as like, that's a small price for some cordage. But you got to determine for yourself if you're willing to pay that price. So, same thing. Reverse wrap this into some cordage, just like before. But we're not going to spend time learning reverse wrapping. I did that pretty well in a milkweed video, I believe. So, the last 100% primitive fire that starts off with boom. So that's the start of cordage. I have some cordage from last year. It dried up and changed color, but this cord I picked August 12th, 2023. So that's a while ago. So it's pretty thick. It worked out well. I labeled this so I know how many stalks I used and when I made it. So this was August 12th, 2023, and I used 18 stinging nettle stalks for this. And this is actually a nice bowstring. This other one here, it was August 7th, 2023, and I used 14 stalks. The advantage of stinging nettle, dogbane, milkweed is they're flexible year-round. Now, if I did bark, roots, that sort of thing, they could snap and break on me. So you pay a little bit of price with time and effort to get it, but you know that this will stay flexible year-round. So this is a nice bowstring. I got a nice little eyelet on top if I need it, or I can make my favorite overhand knot, do another overhand knot to tie it to the bow. From raw materials to bowstring. Break the stalk, do a little reversal to get this part of the stem out, and pull down. I got this nettle hanging in a tree, drying out, so it'll be even thinner when I twist it. So that way it won't be as bulky and wet. I could dampen it if I need to, put it in like a puddle or a stream or something, but the fibers are drying up nicely and they're actually getting smaller because there's less moisture in them. So that's a good technique to do when you have time. There's an apple in a tree. I'm going to get it down and use it. Gonna get more than one just in case. I'm going to burn in a hole with a spindle. I'm gonna use the new stinging nettle bowstring, 18 stalks, and I'm gonna use an apple for a socket. Worst case scenario, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna back it up with a rock in the back so the spindle doesn't go through. Let's see what happens. Double wrap this. I'm gonna go on the stem end. Nice and juicy. I'm gonna go on the other end now. Okay, it went through. Time for plan B. Gonna use the rock on the end of it. At least I have a guide for where the spindle should be. The apple will be the guide. Should start with a fresh apple. Okay, that's a burn in. Time to carve the notch. With the notch carved in, check. Here's a leaf here to collect the powder. I'll restring the bow quickly. Make sure everything's tight. That second twist again. A new apple, and the rock method seemed to work good. All right, there's an ember. Didn't want to let that one go. So let's take a close-up look at this apple socket. I use my hands to guide the spindle in there, and the rock kept the spindle from going through the apple and into my hand. So that was an effective socket. Okay, we had basswood bark before, so what I did was I took the outer bark off, kind of broke that off. This basswood bark had time to dry. So I take off the outer bark, and you get something like this. And you could take these dry fibers and use them for really fine kindling. You take the smallest fibers you can get, and you just keep working them. You can work them as a big unit and collect them, but I don't want to let my chance go here. So I got my fibers, basswood fibers, the embers going in, extra powder, and a little bit more fine kindling on top. I want it to be loose. Looks like I need another ember. I think I talked too much and I lost the last ember. This time I'm gonna get it into fine kindling as soon as I can. Less talking and more fire starting. Well, I guess today's a day we see just how good a apple socket can be. Looks like I'm gonna have to make a third ember for this to work. I'm going to use Grapevine for my fine kindling. Extra powder on top, give it the best chance to grow. Extra kindling on top. not fooling around now. Here's some of that inner basswood fibers. Feels like things are catching. Then I'm going to put the outer bark on top. I have successfully used basswood bark before as fine kindling, but today we needed to go for grapevine bark, and actually it was kind of a good thing because I got to show just how effective an apple socket can be with a rock to back it up. I got 3 embers from the same hole, and that was kind of fun. My hand had to keep the integrity of the socket though together, but none of the spindle was drilling into my hand. Keep on drilling.